Today, the moon continues in Capricorn until later in the day when it goes into Aquarius. That would be at 8:20 p.m. Pacific time, so 11:20 p.m. Eastern. So we'll have that shift of energies later in the day, but for most of the day today, we've got the moon continuing in Capricorn, where we get very, very practical. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, December 4th. And with today's Capricorn moon, I want to get a little more practical in my self-care thoughts for the day. Yesterday, I got a little more philosophical, which is very appropriate for this Sagittarius moon cycle. Sagittarius being the sign of the philosopher. And so it's a perfect time to think about our bigger picture beliefs and how we want to be thinking about things, what serves us best. But let's talk about self-care and what you can actually do today to work with this Capricorn moon. And Capricorn loves systems, it loves getting organized. So this is the perfect time to focus on organizing things in your life, maybe clearing up some clutter, cleaning things up, make it work for you. So setting up systems that are going to support you in living the things that are important to you, right? We've been talking a lot about meaning and what is the bigger picture of what you care about, what's important to you. And that's really important to think about with this Sagittarius moon cycle. So to do that, Capricorn moon really wants us to get very hands-on, very tangible in terms of like, what do you need to set up? What do you need to put in place? How do you make how do you organize your life to make things happen? Now, for some of us, this is more easy and natural than for others, right? If you're somebody with lots of water or lots of fire, not so much earth or even a lot of air, you might struggle with getting super organized. For some people, it's very natural. But if you're one of those people who struggles a little bit more with getting things done, or getting systems that really work for you, or maybe you have the system but then you don't follow it, right? So this is really about baby steps. So it's like dialing it way back in terms of your own expectations. Where do you put too much weight on your expectations of how you think you should be, or what you think you should have gotten done by now? Or, why are there like 90% of the things on my to-do list still sitting there and haven't gotten checked off yet? So dial it way back, step out of the expectation and ask yourself, what is really going to help me be successful? And I encourage you here to really be creative. Think outside the box. What is it that you need to be more successful, to feel like you are on track? And consider the possibility that perhaps you are exactly where you were supposed to be. Maybe you are right on track as is, and you're just expecting yourself to be somewhere else or something that you're not. So definitely thinking about what is going to be a more gentle, loving approach to how you think about yourself and your own expectations. So what do you need? And this is going to be, unique for each of us. Like really asking yourself, is there some self-care that is going to help you on that path to feeling successful? sometimes it is just an issue of realizing that you already are successful or already are on the path that you want to be on, and accepting that, going, wow, maybe things are better than I think. Maybe there's some small baby step thing that will help you feel more in alignment, right? Maybe you think you can't get up off the couch, but you really can. Maybe it's easier to send that email that you're supposed to send than you think it is, right? So how can and what is it, looking for those blocks, like what gets in your way, and how can you love yourself in those blocks instead of making yourself bad or wrong, because I guarantee you that helps keep the blocks in place. If you feel like you are messing up or not meeting some standard that you have artificially set for yourself. So that helps to make you feel more and more like you're not meeting the grade. So instead, what if you say, hey, maybe I'm being the perfect version of me, and that is exactly what it takes to help you feel boosted up so that you have that little extra burst of energy to do that thing that would be helpful and healthy for you. And it has to be fun, right? It has to feel good. And so how can you make it fun? How can you do it in ways that work for you? Here's one example, like looking at your to-do list and going, what is the one thing I can do today, right? Instead of feeling like you have to do all of them, do one of the things. And then tomorrow is another day, right? So in other words, this Capricorn moon time is a great time to put a plan in place or shift something in a way that supports you to get things done. And what does that look like for you personally? Not what you think you should be to meet some outside external standard. And then later in the day, the moon the moon conjuncts Pluto. And so Pluto is very early Aquarius. Pluto is at 0 degrees Aquarius. So as the moon it will reach the later degrees of Capricorn. It passes by Venus, which is coming to its conjunction with Pluto. And then as the moon shifts into Aquarius, it will join up with Pluto. So that brings a little intensity, especially toward the end of the day. Also some Venus themes of perhaps intensity in relationships, perhaps intensity in values, creativity, beauty, things that you value. And so bringing a little intensity in some of those areas. Remember, intensity is simply an opportunity to transform. And so taking care of yourself, giving yourself the time and space to move the internal energies or support yourself in your process as you move through things and figure them out. So, and we've got Mercury retrograde. So, not everything is moving smoothly or functioning smoothly all the time. So be patient with yourself. Let the process unfold. If you feel some intensity, just recognize that that's there to ultimately help you become more of what it is you want to become and step into to fulfill your highest potential. So all of this is the planetary energies and cycles that help you be the best version of yourself, to make a difference and shine your light in the world in the best ways you can, which always have to do with being authentic. And if you want to make a positive difference in the world, being your authentic self is the best way to do that. Thank you for being here. I'm Marina Orms. You can learn more about me and how to work with me at astrologyheals.com. Hit the subscribe button to join me for Astrology for Unshakable Self-Care. I'm here every day, and I would love to share these videos and self-care thoughts with you every day. So come back, and thanks for being here. I will see you next time. Bye for now.